So guys, now we're gonna learn about the overview about the Google Ads tool. Okay, overall all the options which you're having, what all things which you can do from going here to there, and each and everything we're gonna learn in this session. So let's just start with this home page. So whenever we go and open this Google Ads tool, we will land up in this overview tab. You can see over here, this is a overview tab of the Google Ads. So what we can see at this overview tab is nothing but all the overall details about the campaign. Since we don't have any campaigns in this account, we won't be seeing any details. But however, once we start running our campaigns, we will be able to see all the data over here. It will show us the combined data of all the campaigns all together, and we can also filter it out by selecting the campaign which we want to see, and we can see the overview of that campaign, which will include our metrics like the CPC, cost, the leads we have generated, the amount we have spent. Each and everything will be visible over here in terms of the impressions, cost, each and everything. Okay, so let's just go through each option one by one. So generally the main options which you will be seeing in the Google Ads tool are these main 5 options: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is campaigns, goals, tools, billing, and admin. These are the major 5 options which we have to look for in our Google Ads tool, which is gonna be the most important part in our journey. So first thing is the campaigns. If you see the campaigns option, under the campaigns options we have multiple options like overview, which is the by default page which will open once we open our Google Ads tool. So whenever we are going to write ads.google.com, so on the overview section, what we're gonna see is all the details about the campaign, how much campaign we are running, how much amount of money we are spending. All the information will be visible at this page. Then we have an option called recommendations. As you can see right now, these all options were not having any data since this is a completely brand new account. I'll just walk you through the options, what is the meaning behind these options, and after that we will move to an account where we have already running the campaigns and all the data is already accumulated. So you will be able to also see how the options looks like and how the data looks like once starts filling in once we start running the campaign. So at the recommendation tab, we will be able to see all the details which is related to the recommendations given to us by the Google. So whenever we run any campaign, Google will give us some recommendations from their side in terms of how much amount of money we should be spending. Either we are spending enough amount of money to get the results which we require, or we are spending less amount of money and we need to spend more amount of money. So all these information, all these details will be visible over here in the recommendations tab, which we can select. Then moving forward, what we can do is we can see the details related to the bidding strategy. Are we using the correct bidding strategy? Are the audience which we are targeting is actually the correct, the keywords, how they are performing. Each and everything which will be recommended by the Google will be visible to us over here in this recommendations tab. Recommendations tab is just to tell us that this is the improvement which you can do in your campaign. It is not compulsory that you have to apply all those recommendations, but you can use your brain in terms of your strategy, whichever we will learn in this complete course. According to that, you can go to your recommendation tab and you can think if this will eventually work for you or not. And based on that, you can start applying the recommendations given by the Google. We have another option called Insights and Report. Under the Insights and Report, you will see additional 4 options, which is Insights, when and where ads showed, report editor, and dashboards. So what are these all 4 options? If I click on Insights, Insights is generally a tab which will show you the data of your campaign compared to how it is performing in terms of the current market. It will show you the traction, the insights which is related to the AI. So artificial intelligence, which is Google's AI, is going researching some details about your campaign, how it is performing in the market, and based on that it will start populating all the data. If you can see here, it will show you overall performance across the campaign. So let's say you're running 10 campaigns. So all the campaigns, whatever the interaction is nothing but our clicks. Then how much amount of money we are spending, what is the average cost, and what is the interaction rate or your click-through rate, which you can call it. All these kind of insights information which will be given to you over here. So once we start running the campaign, there's additional options which will occur over here, which is auction insights. So auction insights generally give you the details about how your ads are ranking compared to your competitors. So in the auction insights, once we move forward into a dashboard where we already have ran few campaigns, in that we will be able to figure it out how the data is looking and how our campaign is performing compared to other people's campaign. When and where our ads are shown. So this tab will give you additional details about the devices. So on which all devices your ads are being shown, maybe mobile, laptop, desktop, TV. All these details will be visible over here. Then you will have where, when ads showed. It will show you the data in terms of the time from the morning 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, every single day at every specific hour, how your campaign is performing, and what is the clicks over there which you have received, what is the amount of money you have spent over there. All these details based on the daily basis. In the daily basis, based on the hourly basis, you will be seeing all the data over here in the when ads showed tab. Then we move forward towards the where ads showed. In this tab, you will be able to see the data related to which all places your ads were shown. If you're running a YouTube ad, where on the YouTube your ads were shown. If you're running a search ads, where on the search your ads were shown. Then we move to the matched location. When we talk about the matched location is nothing but the location where you're running the ads. For example, if you're running the ads for the United States, you're running the ads for India, you're running the ads for Middle East, maybe Dubai or UAE, or you're running the ads for Thailand. Whatever the places you're running the ads, based on this location wise, it will show you the data for that specific date range which you can select over here. So all these data can be customized based on the date which we want to select. We can select based on the multiple chart types, and we can adjust our data even based on the columns which we want to see. So right now, if you see, all these are empty. Now, after completing this whole tutorial about what all the options in the Google Ads, we're also gonna jump into the populated dashboard where we already have been running the campaign for a few times, and how the data actually looks in a live Google Ads dashboard which is already running the campaigns. Then we have reports editor. What is reports editor, guys? Is nothing but you can create your own customized reports and which you can see or present to your management. Okay, so with the help of reports editor, I can create my own customized report. For example, I just want to see the overall total campaigns, how much amount of money they have spent, what is the conversions which they are receiving, or how many sales we are generating from our campaigns, how many clicks we are generating, what are the impressions we are generating, what is the price of average click. Each and everything we can customize according to our goals, or whatever the KPIs or key performance indicators which is given to us by the management of the company whom we are running the ads. Or if you're running the ads for our own business, what are the KPIs which we set for a business. All these reports can be customized over here, and then we can view all those reports in our dashboards tab. In the dashboard tab, we can see the reports which we created using the reports editor tab. Next, move to the campaigns. Now this is the very important option over here which you can see, campaigns. Campaigns are generally nothing but the ads which you are running. So here the next tab is campaigns. So what is campaigns, guys? Campaigns are nothing but the ads which you are running on the Google. We call them as campaign. Every single ad which we are planning to create for the specific targeting, for the specific location, we name it as a campaign. For example, I want to run an ad for United States, New York City location with a sales objective where my goal is to sell my product to people in United States, New York City. There, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a campaign for that specific ad. In that campaign, we will have multiple sections like ad groups and ads as well, which we will also learn in detail. So campaign is nothing but the name which we call in the marketing term for the ad which you want to run. Whenever you want to run any new ad, you call it as campaign. Then in the experiments tab, we can see the experiments which we are running using our campaign. Maybe we are using two campaigns. One campaign is for the sales objective for the New York City. One campaign is for the New Jersey location. So what will happen eventually over here is that we will be able to see the experiments which are running under both the campaigns, that which campaign is actually performing good and which is not performing good. So based on that, in the near future, we can adjust our campaign budgets and we can spend more money on the campaign which is actually performing, and we can reduce the budget from the campaign which is not performing. Next, we want to move towards audience keywords and content. Generally, there are multiple options over here which we will be able to see. Right now, the location tab is completely empty, but here we will be able to see the data based on the locations. For example, if you're running the campaign for the New York, if you're running the campaign for New Jersey, if you're running the campaign for Dallas, Texas, whichever places for which we are running the campaign, we will be able to see the data over here based on the specific location how our ads are performing. Right now you'll be seeing that the whole tab is empty and there is nothing visible because guys, this is a completely brand new account. After we go through all these options, we'll be jumping into a dashboard where the data is already populated, and then we'll be going through the data and we'll be seeing how actually these options looks like once we actually running the campaign. Then we have change history. Now what is change history is nothing but, let's say you are having a lot of people running the ads or you're running the ads. What you can see over here in the change history is the amount of edits you are making in your Google Ads. For example, today let's say I'm making any edit, and after 1 week I have to check that my campaign performance has generally improved or drastically decreased. So I can go and check in the change history that I made these changes, because of that maybe that is the issue. So I can revert back that changes by seeing in the change history. So change history generally tells us that whatever the changes, whatever the edits we are making in our Google Ads dashboard, all these data will be visible to us over here in change history. Goals will generally help us to measure the tracking on our website. For example, if you're running ads and if somebody clicks on your ads and go to a website, let's say you're running an ad for a lead submission and you want people to click on your ad, go to your website and submit their lead form, where they will be filling their name, email, phone number and additional information which you want to capture. Now once the user submits the data on the lead form, how are you gonna analyze that the user has submitted a lead form data, and how I'm gonna track it in my Google Ads dashboard? We do that with the help of conversions, and we call them as conversion tracking as well. So conversion tracking generally is a code which we apply on our website with the help of third-party tools, or the tools which is given by the Google as well, which we call them as Google Tag Manager. With the help of Google Tag Manager, we can connect our website with our own Google Ads dashboard. Through that, we'll be able to figure it out that if somebody submits a lead or somebody fills their data on our website, we will be able to get that information in our Google Ads dashboard, so that we can actually check it that somebody has actually submitted the lead form, and we will be able to capture that data in our campaigns to find that if the campaign is actually running on the correct track or not. Next, we're going to talk about the tools which is consist of multiple options. First is the planning. So whenever we want to plan anything in terms of our keywords, we want to figure it out, the keywords for which we want to run the campaign, we can select it using our keywords option. And here we can see that this keyword is having this much amount of specific volume, and also this is the specific price which we have to pay to Google to bid on this keyword. The same way we can use Performance Planner to forecast our budget and see that if we are going to spend this much amount of money for this campaign, this is the expected result for us. Then we have Shared Library. Shared Library is an option that allows us to create multiple audiences for our ads. We can use the data on our website which is already present and see which people came to our website, added the product into the cart but didn't purchase it. Also, we can see the people who came to our website and made the purchase, and we can see and we can create a similar kind of audience with the help of Audience Manager. Then we have another option called Data Manager. Data Manager generally helps us to connect with the different types of products offered by the Google, which can either be owned by the Google or third-party companies like GA4, Google Merchant Center, YouTube, Google Search Console, Google Android Store, or tools like Shopify, Google Sheets, HubSpot, and different CRM tools as well. Then we have another option called Billing. Billing is generally an option which will consist of all the information related to the how much amount of money we are spending on the campaign on the monthly basis, on the daily basis, on the yearly basis, how much amount of money we have added in our funds at which specific date, and how much amount of money we have spent on that specific date. Then we have another option called Admin. Admin option generally is used to change the details about your account. Here you can change the name of your account, you want to delete your account or deactivate your account, or you want to change the time zone of your account. Also, if you want to provide the access to someone else to handle your Google Ads account, you can even do that with the help of access and security option.